So the big picture for this lesson is simplifying square roots. So here's a square, and let's say the area is 25 inches squared. That means each side would have to be 5 inches in length. So 5 times 5 makes 25, and 5 is a square root of 25. So simplifying square roots, basically what you do is you take a square root and then you factor it, and the square root symbol looks like this. So this could be the square root of 60. Then I'm going to factor 60 all the way down and see if I can find factor pairs to take out of the square root, and we'll explain that as I go. So I know 60 is an even number, so 2 comes out, and that makes 30. 2 comes out of 30, that makes 15. 15 is 5 times 3. So that's prime factored, and there is a pair of 2's. Watch what happens. This is the same thing as the square root of 2 times 2 times 5 times 3. So what? It's the same thing as square root of 4 times square root of 15. Square root of 4 is 2, and then the square root of 15 can't be simplified. So the square root of 60 is 2 square roots of 15. That is simplifying a square root. The other thing I want to show you is rationalizing a denominator. And that means if you have a square root of a fraction, what you want to do is you want to make it so there's no square root in the denominator. And this goes back to the old days in math when using slide rules, because using slide rules is difficult when you have a radical in the denominator. But it's still done today just as a tradition, I guess. So what you do here is you take the square root of 3/7 and then you multiply by 7 over 7 inside the square root. And I'll show you why in just a minute. So that's the square root of 3. You're just going to combine this into one fraction. 3 times 7 is 21. 7 times 7 is 49. Now what you can do is you can kind of distribute this square root to the numerator and denominator. So square root of 21 divided by square root of 49. And that equals square root of 21 divided by square root of 49, which is 7. Now the denominator is a rational number. It's not irrational. So that's called rationalizing the denominator. So that's what you're going to be working on in this lesson. That's the big picture.